morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel, or hi if you're new here. My name is Lexi. I have two children now, a 2-year-old girl and a 6-month-old little boy. I thought that I may just give you new mamas a little bit of advice when it comes to becoming a mom. There's so much transition that has to happen when you become a mom. Obviously, with your first baby, you don't know what to expect. I thought it might be helpful to go over a few things that I found to be the most challenging for me with that transition. This may be a longer video than normal, but just sit tight. I promise I'll try not to make it too long, but I just want to help the mamas that are pregnant or the very new mamas that have experienced how difficult motherhood can be right off the jump. These are all in random order to make life easier for you once you become a new mom. My first one, be gentle and forgiving to yourself. Obviously, it's a lot to become a new parent in general. I know you may have a certain idea about how you want things to go when you have a baby, and the tighter I had of a grip onto the way I thought I should be doing things, more difficult it is. Having a newborn, they kind of set the pace on everything in your life, especially for the first few weeks. I had a lot of pressure on myself to kind of bounce back. I think society kind of tells us as women, especially right now, that you immediately have to bounce right back, get in the gym immediately. You have to make sure your eating habits are on point. Baby should be doing this, this, and this, and meeting all these certain, milestones at this exact date time. And I just found the less that I stressed about the exact way things were gonna go day to day, I started to become more confident in the way that I kind of walked as a mom, the way that I talked as a mom, the way that I took care of my children. And the more that I focused less on just how I thought things should be and focused on how they are, I just felt better. I wasn't stressing as much on the things that truly don't matter. So be super gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself. It is really hard to be a first-time parent. If you're not feeling up to having visitors right away, don't have visitors right away. You don't need to make everything 10 times more stressful on yourself. The second one I thought I should mention is do what you think is best for your baby. Many of us have moms and grandparents or parents in general, or friends, cousins that think that they know everything to do in this realm of bringing a child into this world. And it may be super helpful to take advice from other people. I found it very helpful to take certain advice from my mom. Obviously, people who have been in the situation of becoming a parent, they will know more. However, you know what's right for your baby. They may not know what's right for your baby, and they may not understand what works for your baby. And so I would let your instincts really kick in. You're not gonna do everything that everybody says you should do. And I noticed that when I tried to follow every single thing or follow the peanut gallery and what they had to say, it was making me stressed out. People love to tell you everything that you're not doing right when it comes to raising a new baby or a new child. And a lot of those people don't have children for themselves. Unless you've had a child, you have no clue. And it's okay, you have no clue. You haven't done it before. I would just lead with caution when listening to other people's opinions on how specifically you raise your child. Your child is for you. Other people have had their moment in the sun to raise their children and do things the way that they want to. At the end of the day, they don't have your baby. They're not there at the late nights. They're not there in the early mornings. So just do what you feel is best and follow your instincts for your child. Number 3, I promise, I know with all of the baby products on social media and just the accessibility that we have to the newest and best thing, you don't need all the baby products. For my first child, went in, okay? Anything that was being fed to me on my algorithm, if it was a baby product, I bought it. I had the mentality that if this can make my life easier in the slightest, I'm gonna do it. And I still very much follow that. However, I don't need the newest and best gadget. I noticed that a lot of the products that I did purchase, I never actually used. There's genuinely just so much on the market that you don't need. There are obviously things that I splurge on, that I have splurged on, that I did find helpful. And if you guys want me to do a video on all the baby products that I felt were absolutely a necessity, I will do that as well. Just save your money. You don't need to spend the money on all the things that are just not necessary. Number 4, I hate this one because I am not good at it at all, but have patience. Having a newborn, I'm sure you know, is super challenging, and it requires you to have so much patience. There are a lot of sleepless nights. There are a lot of moments where you are just like, I genuinely cannot do this. Like, if this baby cries one more time, I'm gonna lose it. I know it seems like it will never end, but it will. You're gonna look up in a few months and the baby that was crying every minute of every day because they have colic or they're just irritated, they will stop crying. I am not one that has a ton of patience. When I want something done, I want it done now. So if I want you to stop crying, I'm like, ooh, what can I do in this moment to make you stop crying immediately? And sometimes for babies, they just cry. The more that you fight and get irritated with your infant, they really internalize your energy. So if you're super stressed, that's gonna make your baby even more stressed. Try to remain as calm as possible. And I know that it is super tricky, but just have patience. Have patience with yourself. Have patience with the people around you, the people that are trying to help you, because it is very difficult. And then have patience with your baby. All the moments that feel like they are never ending will come to an end, and it will be okay. Number 5, take time for yourself. At first, when you have this thing that now is 100% like dependent on you, our minds kind of trick us into understanding that our babies cannot be with anybody else. The more that you understand that that's just simply not true, it will make your life a lot easier. Take care of yourself first. And it's really, really difficult, but have the moment to step outside without the baby, without anybody. Take that breather. Take time to go to the gym, go get your nails done, get your hair done. If you pray, take moments to pray. Sit in your Bible, take a moment to decompress. Whatever you have to do to intentionally set aside time for yourself, you really should do it. These things will drastically make a difference for everyone in your household. It'll make you in a better mood, and in turn, it'll make it easier for everybody else, including your new baby. This was really hard for me, especially with my first one. I felt like I just could not leave my baby. It took my husband a few times of kind of screaming in my face and being like, you gotta take care of you. Because when you're not good, he's like, I'm not good and I need to be good. We cannot be our best selves for our children if we don't take care of ourselves. Number 6, try to make your baby as low maintenance as possible. There are certain instincts that we may have as women, especially with our newborns, that we need to tend to every single desire that our baby has in any given moment. If your baby is fed, if your baby has a clean diaper, if you know that there are no actual issues that could be bothering your infant, don't immediately go to them. Don't run to their beck and call for any little cry. Teaching them to depend on themselves as well is super important. I wasn't as good with this with my first child, and I just realized it was a lot harder, a lot longer for me. I made her super high maintenance. Anything she wanted at any given moment, I was there. Try to make sure that you are getting out of the house with your babies, especially when your baby's super young. They will sleep anywhere. Leave the house. Make sure you're getting out. If your baby screams in the car, I know it's difficult and I about lost my mind, but continue the car rides. They will stop crying eventually. Every time I'd put her in the car seat, put her in the car, she would scream her head off. So much to the point where I stopped going places. Really wanted to get out of the house, but I stayed home because she would just scream in the car. So I allowed her to run my life for that period of time because I just couldn't stand to hear her scream in the car. But honestly, the more that you train them that I know you don't like this, but we're gonna do it anyway, it will become easier. Putting yourself and your baby out in social situations so you can feel better, but your baby can learn, oh, we're not just gonna be home all day. Do as you please, okay? I know a lot of people don't like this. Try as much as you can to bottle feed your baby and breastfeed your baby. I know that that is difficult. I found it was super difficult to leave the house at all. Tried to do all that I could in introducing the bottle to my first child, and for whatever reason, she hated every single bottle. It was much harder on me. With my second child, I incorporated the bottle a little earlier. He's 99% still breastfed. But in the occasions that my husband wants to take me on a date night, we can go on a date night. In the moments that I absolutely cannot go tend to his feeding schedule, my husband can assist me and give him a bottle. I just found it was a lot easier to really give it a go on the bottle feeding and the breastfeeding. Number 7, let your spouse support you as much as possible. With the female kind of intuition of caring for our children, we don't always allow other people to assist us when we need help. That can become a major problem in the long run. If your husband is saying, like, what can I do? I know that it's difficult to kind of recognize what you may need in the moment. Just give him something on your plate that will benefit you and that will make him feel needed. I'm not always a person that will reach out for help, and so I felt like I had to do it all by myself. I had that mentality of just like, I gotta get through this, I gotta struggle through it, I don't need any help. And once I realized that my spouse wants me to succeed in this new journey as much as I want myself to succeed. When I broke down the thought that I had to take care of everything myself, and I realized that I could trust my spouse to take care of those things for me, it grew our marriage significantly, and then it made me feel a lot less stressed that I didn't have to take care of everything for myself. My husband is in this with me. That's probably actually number 1 if we want to put this in an order. That's the most important thing that you really should do. Lean on your spouse. He's there to support you. Number 8, be in the moment. I know because infants are very difficult that a lot of times we are just praying for the next moment. We're just praying we get through. This phase really will come to an end. You're gonna miss it. It's so crazy to stand outside of the newborn phase and realized like I wasn't taking the moments to like suck in all the new babiness because I was kind of, trying to survive. These phases really, they don't last long. And as much as you can slow down your life, put down your phone, it really makes a difference when you can genuinely be in the moment with your new baby, with your spouse, and just take in the new family that you guys have together. Number 9, we've kind of gone through, but set aside your pride, and I know we don't like that. You need help. If there are people in your circle that are willing to assist you, let them help. Having a support system can be super helpful. It may be really difficult to recognize the moments that you do need help, but with my first child, I had major postpartum depression. I was in a really, really dark place. I didn't recognize in the moment what exactly was going on, and because I am pig-headed sometimes, I didn't know that I needed help in the moment. And I am so thankful to God that I continued to pray and pray and pray through that. There were many nights that I was like dreading going to sleep, dreading for the sun to set, because I didn't want to do the nighttime. A lot of that had to do with me not asking for assistance from my spouse. So I was doing a lot of the work at night, which in turn was making me like really hate nighttime, almost fearful of the night. If you notice there are really extreme differences in your personality, especially postpartum, talk to somebody about it. Genuinely lean on your spouse, but lean on the people around you, lean on your friends, immediate family, your extended family. If there are people in this world that want to help you, let them help you. And really pay attention to yourself and maybe recognize any red flags that may be occurring. It can become a really slippery slope for a lot of women, and they don't recognize that they really just need help. Number 10, remove outside stressors as much as possible. Obviously, we all deal with stress during the day. That chaotic family member that you think you need to get along with or speak to because they're your family, no. If there are just immediate stressors that you can relieve, you can remove from your life, do so. Having a baby is super stressful, so you need to put a lot of attention. 1, trying to learn your new role as a mom, but 2, you need to be able to kind of roll with the punches that the stress of having a newborn will, add to your life. If you are so busy, stressed out with different chaotic relationships in your family or friends, if these things are adding an uncomfortable amount of stress to your life, cut them out. I know that people may not agree with that, but just because they're your family does not mean that they get to add a significant amount of stress to your life just because they want to be chaotic. And if it is only adding chaos and trauma and everything under the sun other than peacefulness, let it go. You need to really save your peace for yourself, for your spouse, and for your baby that needs you. Obviously, there are so many other things that I could go over because I feel like I only scratched the surface. If anyone wants me to do another video of more things that I've learned having 2 children, just let me know. I hope this video helps somebody. If you are a new mom or you are a mom to be, just be gentle with yourself, and congratulations on your new little baby. Take a deep breath. I know it's difficult. I see you. Reach out to the people that love you. Get rid of the people that don't. And genuinely just soak up all the moments that you are currently in because they won't last for long. that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.